Okay, thanks, Mara. As cases of the coronavirus continue to increase around the world, here in Michigan, the response is being stepped up.
Today, the Michigan Department of Health activated its Community Health Emergency Coordination Center. Dr. Frank McGeorge here with an update on this outbreak. Doc?
Yeah, Kim and Devin, this move by the state is an important step to support the response at a state and local level. Especially important as Detroit Metro Airport is one of only 11 airports in the U.S. that travelers who have been in China in the last 14 days are being routed to for enhanced screening.
In Wuhan, China, the first of 2 new hospitals is now taking in patients. Built in less than 10 days, the Chinese government says the new hospitals are needed to slow the spread of coronavirus, which has infected tens of thousands and killed at least 360 across that country since early December. Here in the U.S., health officials say 2 of the latest people diagnosed with the virus are in Northern California. A 57-year-old man who recently returned from Wuhan, China, and then passed the infection to his wife. The federal government has declared a public health emergency, banning most foreigners who have recently been in China from entering the U.S. Flights arriving from China are being routed through one of 11 airports, where U.S. citizens will be screened and possibly isolated for 2 weeks before being allowed to go home. Aggressive steps, health officials hope, will prevent widespread coronavirus infections in the U.S.
The reason we haven't seen spread that is persistent type of sustained transmission is because of good public health measures.
There are still about 1,000 Americans waiting to return home from Wuhan, China, and nearly 200 others who have already returned that will remain quarantined for another week. Meanwhile, people in places with large Asian populations like Queens, New York, wear face masks to protect themselves.
Now, the CDC says as of today, 11 people in the United States have tested positive for this novel coronavirus, and worldwide, the virus has infected more than 17,000 people. Still, U.S. public health officials here say the risk to Americans is very low.
Yeah.
It's still all moving in a very concerning direction.
Keep an eye out.
Actually, yeah. All right, Doc. Ahead for us, we've got an important moment in the toxic ooze saga.